Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well. So it's wash day today. My hair just needs some TLC right now. So before I get into shampooing and deep conditioning and all that, I need to soften my hair and detangle properly. And what better detangler to use than okra gel, right? However, I found a better way to do it than the first time that I did it. And I want to show you guys as I do that. So let's go.
If you've ever made okra gel for your hair and thought, that can't be all the gel this okra has to offer, I've been there. I know that feeling. And for the longest time, I made my okra gel the traditional way. I'll chop the okra, boil it, strain it, and use the gel as pre-poo before wash day. And don't get me wrong, it worked. But every single time I strained the okra, I couldn't help feeling like I was throwing away so much of the good stuff. So this wash day, I decided to try something different. Instead of simply boiling the okra after chopping it, I blended it first. And after trying it, I genuinely don't think I'm going back. Plus, I find this process a lot more straightforward. All I needed to do was wash the okra thoroughly before chopping into smaller pieces. And then instead of putting the chopped okra into a pot like I did, I soaked it in some water this time. You can do that overnight or just for a couple of hours, just enough water to cover the okra. Although I would use a bigger container and some more water than I did in this video. Then by the next day, the okra is supposed to be soft and maybe the mucilage from the okra is supposed to have been activated, and then you can just blend everything together until it becomes a smooth mixture. Immediately I could already tell this was going to be different. The mixture looked much thicker than anything I had gotten before. Then came the part I was most curious about, straining it. I'll be honest, I expected it to be difficult because the mixture was so thick, but with a little patience, I managed to separate the gel from the pulp, and this is where I noticed the major difference. I had a lot more gel than I usually get from the same amount of okra. That alone surprised me. Now, let's compare both methods. When I make okra gel the traditional way, I usually end up with a lighter gel. It works, but it's not always very thick. It's never thick. With the blended method, however, the gel is noticeably richer, it stretches more, it feels smoother, and I had more of it. I also noticed that there was much less waste left behind after straining. It felt like I had extracted much more from the okra instead of leaving it behind in the pot.
So I'm done, and this is what the okra gel looks like. I'm excited to try this out. But first of all, I'm going to spray my hair. I already have my hair in these sections from when I took down my twist. So I'm just going to spray my hair with some water. I think that's necessary for this application. All right, let's get to it. As usual, this smells like a lot, or smells a lot like okra, because it is, isn't it?
Now for the real test. How will this perform on my hair? I applied the gel section by section as a pre-poo before washing, of course. The first thing I noticed was how easily it spread through my strands. Because it was thicker, it coated my strands much better.
It's about to get really messy. So to make my work faster, I'm going to use this detangling brush to detangle.
And then came the slip. If you've ever used okra before, you already know how slippery it is, but this felt even richer. Detangling became incredibly easy because my strands glided past each other instead of catching and tangling. But for me, that's one of the biggest reasons I keep coming back to okra for PREPOO, because anything that reduces unnecessary manipulation is a win in my book as a high porosity, high density hair girl.
So one side of my hair took one full bottle and I've gone back to get another one. Thankfully I made more than enough. So let's go on with the rest of the hair.
As I walked through each section, my hair also felt incredibly soft. The gel wasn't watery and dripping everywhere, it just clung to my hair really well.
Down to the very last one here, and this is how much gel I have left. Let's see if this will be just enough. I must say that I'm really impressed with how this turned out. The first time I did this, it was way too messy, and that was because the okra gel turned out too watery. So even though it did the job of providing sleep and detangling, it was really messy. But there's something about this one. It's detangling a lot faster than the one that was watery did. Also, I don't have, like I said, it's not as messy. I don't have it dripping all over my body like that time. My hair feels so soft. It doesn't feel stiff the way that it did at the beginning, due to the build-up that I spoke about, or the way that it did when I first took down my hair. It feels really soft. And so I don't even think that there's any need for me to let this sit. I'm just going to go on to shampoo my hair. I'm just trying to say that if you've ever used okra gel for pre-poo and you thought that it was just mead, then you probably didn't do it right. You should try doing it the way that I did it in this video, and I'm sure that your hair will love it. Also, for some reason, it doesn't smell as much as it did the first time that I tried it. Even though I thought that it should smell more because I blended it up and it's just more concentrated, but it doesn't. Anyway, let's go shampoo my hair.
If you've watched my channel for a while, you already know that I enjoy using DIY treatments. Not because I think they are magical hair growth solutions, but because some of them genuinely make hair care easier. I really love little experiments like this because they remind me that natural hair care doesn't always have to be complicated. Sometimes one small adjustment can completely change your experience. And for me, blending the okra gave me a thicker gel, better yield, less waste, and an easier application, very importantly. So from now on, this is officially my preferred way to make okra gel for pre-poo. And if you're thinking of trying this for yourself, here are a few things I would recommend. Use fresh okra. That should go without saying. Secondly, don't add too much water while soaking the okra. Consequently, don't use too much water to blend the okra because the water you soak the okra in is what you use to blend the okra. Well, advisably. So, just enough water to cover the okra to the top while you're soaking. And now I would love to hear from you. Have you ever blended your okra to get the gel, or have you always used the traditional boiling method? Let me know your experience down in the comments because I'm curious to know if you've noticed the same huge differences that I have. If you watched this video and enjoyed it, kindly give me a thumbs up and leave me a warm comment. If you love practical natural hair experiments like this, go on and hit the subscribe button. And yeah, don't forget to share this video with someone you think might find it helpful. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.